Guys, Robbie here from CrossFit South Bend. Today I'm here with Justin and Hillary, who just finished 3 months of nutrition coaching and did a fantastic job with it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
So today we're going to talk about your guys' experience and what you guys have noticed in terms of changes. So first thing is, what made you guys interested in giving nutrition coaching a try in the first place? Like, what sort of things were you running into that made you want to give this a try?
I was pretty overweight, and I didn't want to be.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
And then I'm an amputee, have a prosthetic leg. I'm 32 years old now, so all those things added together, I just thought doing something to be healthier would be an improvement.
Yep, absolutely.
And you did.
Yeah, I just was looking forward to it for the weight loss. We had a lot of bad eating habits, and so when he had mentioned it to me, I was definitely willing to try it.
Okay. So, what did you guys think about this way of eating when I first mentioned it to you? Like, okay, we're gonna cut out all grains, we're gonna cut out alcohol. Did you guys think it was crazy? Did you think, what did you guys think?
I thought the alcohol would be the most difficult.
Yeah.
I thought alcohol would be the most difficult.
Just based on lifestyle that we were living at the time. But really the most difficult thing, or the thing to think of the most, was just making decisions about every meal.
Yeah.
And just thinking about it was what I thought was the craziest, was having to consciously decide everything.
Just being aware of what you're eating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
So-
just grabbing something off the shelf.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of planning.
So once you guys actually did the whole 9, so you did that first month where we transitioned you to real whole food, then we did that whole 30. What did you guys notice once you actually tried it? Like, was it harder than you thought, easier than you thought? What did you notice in terms of changes?
It was easier every week.
Yeah,
That was the
I'm glad we
previous
did
week.
the first, like the 30 days, like of introducing the whole 30 before we just jumped into it, because I would have been overwhelmed with it. So by the time we got to the actual whole 30, we already had like a good idea of how we were going to do things and what we could eat, what wasn't whole 30 compliant and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also to go along with learning how to pick the right foods and learning what to look for and all of that,
Yeah.
we also had to learn how to prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meal prep was a learning experience every single week, since both of us were working full time
Right.
through the week. So just learning how much to make, and then you run out, so then you make a mad dash on the Wednesday and Thursday to get something for breakfast and make dinners, so then the next week you have enough food to get through until Thursday afternoon. And then next week we had to figure it out, up to the point of even determining, we'll make this on Sunday, this will be our lunches, almond flour, chicken and salads or whatever. All week, we know we have enough. Let's plan on making a meal on Wednesday. We've got 2 kinds of meat and 6 bags of veggies or whatever in the freezer. So we'll just mix and match on Wednesday and Thursday, and then that'll be good for, Friday and Saturday. We can just pair up all the different leftovers that we have.
Absolutely. And once you guys got in the habit of things, did it start to get a bit easier, more manageable?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Every week was.
And now we have it down.
Okay, good. So, one thing we were just talking about when you guys just came in here was you guys just finished month 3. So in month 3, we, try to stay on as much as we can with the real whole food, but we also reintroduce certain things. So, tell me a bit about how you guys, so Memorial Day was, pretty recently. How did you guys, you were saying that you noticed how much of a difference the whole 30 made once you went off, and then how are you guys feeling after that all happened?
Okay, so after we tried off Whole 30 meals and stuff, I felt extremely exhausted the next day and had a hard time just waking up throughout the entire day. And during the Whole 30, I didn't realize the effect of all the good foods and stuff, and then it was afterwards when we reintroduced crappy stuff how badly I was actually feeling.
Yeah, and I essentially had the same experience. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that you can think of if you actually take the time to think critically as you're going through it, that you realize, but it's hard to tell a difference as you go daily. And then when we went off plan, I mean, the first time I drank in 6 or 7 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it was on Memorial Day, and the day after at work was pretty difficult. Yeah, a lot more difficult than it had been, or that it had felt at least when I
Right.
was drinking through the week before.
But we did talk about the benefit that you guys had to drink less to get drunk. So
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
benefit of doing nutrition coaching, right?
The cheap dates.
Exactly. So one of the other things I thought was interesting is in addition to, kind of noticing that difference was like even with some off-plan stuff that, came along this month because of very special occasions, your food journals and your way of eating is dramatically better than those first food journals that you sent me. How, say something about that. Say something about how, you feel in terms of sustainability long term and, how you guys feel about that.
Well, definitely the first week when it came time when we were like, okay, we can add all this stuff back in. I didn't even really want to, and felt like I told you before, guilty even about, oh man, let's drink a beer. It's gonna be like against my goals long term now.
Right.
So definitely gets in your whole thought process of being more cognizant. And then we started doing a lot more farmers market shopping and stuff like that, like looking for ways where the food comes from. And then even Memorial Day when we cooked out, like I got drunk that day, but all we had to eat was chicken kebabs and veggies,
burgers,
like grilled veggies on the side, and burgers, and the burger patties we just tossed on the plate and ate without a bun. We had buns for the other people, but
Right.
Yeah.
we didn't eat them, and it's not that. I mean, once your head changes, or you start thinking about things differently, I don't think it's too difficult. Where it's very easy to go off plan, and then the past couple of weeks we had some pretty hardcore off plan moments that were immediately followed by, oh, this is terrible, we gotta get back on track.
Right.
So then we were fully on plan for the next 2, 3, 4 days, and then something would occur. But I mean, just knowing how to think about it is a big difference. And I see it pretty sustainable as far as, in general, good decisions. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do a whole 30 weeks on end.
Right.
But just at least thinking critically about it is far better than where we were before we ever did this.
Yeah, we thought we were eating fairly good, but we weren't. Looking back, we were not at all.
Yeah, kind of a wake up call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge wake up call.
I mean, fried wings and teriyaki sauce are
Yeah.
great for you, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I was like, well, it's chicken, so it can't be that bad.
Can't be that bad. So, I mean, and I've just got to say, you guys have done a fantastic job, honestly, from where you started to where you are now, and, where you guys are right now, it's like, this is exactly where you figure out, what's sustainable, and you learn to deal with special occasions, and you guys are doing a great job. Last question I really have is, if you could talk to yourself from 3 months ago, or talk to people who might be feeling the way you guys felt 3 months ago about, hey, should I do this, should I not do this, what would you say to them?
I would say go for it.
Yeah, just
It's
do it.
absolutely worth it.
Suck it up. 30 days ain't that hard.
It's not.
We've all done things in our lives or faced things that are a lot harder than eating clean for 30 days.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Well, thank you guys so much again for joining us. Congratulations on all your progress.
Thank
You guys
you.
have done a fantastic job. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.